Hello and welcome to the next instalment on our Rayburn series. I'm about to light this one, so I'll show you how I do it, just in case you're looking to buy a Rayburn and you want to know what's involved with them. Hopefully you'll find these videos useful. In our previous videos I talked about the parts of a Rayburn, so we're going to light this one and I'll show you the vents that we need to make sure are nicely open. This chimney vent should be wide open like that. The dial vent on the top should be turned round to number 8, so that's fully open. And down here, the ash pan door, if I just close it a minute, you can see that that spin wheel has been turned and there's a nice big gap there to allow airflow. So down here in the ash pan, I normally empty the ash pan every day, but because it's quite windy outside, I don't really want that blowing up in my face because it's quite windy, so we'll leave that just for today. We'll take the grate out here, and there's all our newspaper at the bottom there. In here I've just got kindling and offcuts of wood, bits of paper and cardboard to get it going. So I'm hoping when I light this now, if you bear with me, that this is going to take nicely. So we'll just set a match to it. There we go. And we'll put the grate back on, so that's going quite nicely. We'll put the grate on and we'll shut the door to let that catch. There we are. Down here, sometimes your door is shut close like that. I tend to pull this open in the initial stages to allow that gap, to allow more air flowing through there. So we'll just let that sit while the fire takes hold. I can hear it crackling there. So yeah, just to sort of mention a few things. It is down to experience when you're using one of these Rayburns, and we've had this for 6 years and we use it every day pretty much. During the winter it's on constantly, but you know, I've never owned a Rayburn before, so it took a little while to get used to all its quirks and things. So it really is down to your experience and how you manage them and things like that. But once you get used to it, you get your head around it, they're dead easy and they're just brilliant things to have in your kitchen. I absolutely love my Rayburn, or Ray as he's called. The other thing is, just as a word of warning, it's in relation to the oven. Showed you this in the last video. Because it's not an electric oven, it's not a gas oven, it doesn't make a noise. And if you shut your fire down and the fire is going very quietly, you hardly know that this is on at all. It's really silent. So if you've gone and popped a pie in the oven, which I've done a few times, I can't hear that the oven is on, but it's hot enough. I tend to forget that there's something in there. So a few times I have woken up in the middle of the night and thought, oh, I've forgotten that pie, it's still in the oven. And opened the door the next day and discovered a very burnt pie or cake or whatever it was I was baking in there, because there is no sound to remind you that it's on. And if you're living a busy life and you're running around like a headless chicken all day and you've just stuck that in there for your lunch, nice pie or a quiche or whatever, and you totally forget that it's in there. So that's just a little word of warning. So the quietness of the oven, but yes, you can make your oven cook at quite a low temperature, like a slow cooker as well. And again, that's just down to experience and getting to grips with how it works, and you know, getting used to regulating the heat flow into the oven with all the different air vents that you've got. So it just takes practice, a bit of trial and error, but they're brilliant things to have. But I can hear that fire crackling away quite nicely now, so I'll just open this and we'll have a little look. There we are, it's going quite nicely there. So I'm just going to add some bigger chunks of wood just to get that going a bit more, and I'm going to put it chopped face down because that tends to catch a lot easier. So we'll just put a few rough bits in. Our Rayburn is quite an old Rayburn, so it's a bit battered, as you might be able to see from the videos, but it works well for us. It's functional. So there we go. That'll catch nicely, hopefully. It's a nice sound as well. I love that sound. It's quite comforting, that sound. So we'll shut the door and we'll let that catch even more, making sure all our vents are open. Just to let you know as well, when your fire has really caught, you can shut everything down, so you can push that door in, lock that, turn your dial, shut that down. You can shut your chimney vent all the way down there as well. That will slow it all down, and also this dial, if you turn it all the way down to 1, that will shut the whole fire down and it will tick away quite nicely. Again, a word of warning, if you want to top up your firebox and put more coal and wood on there, don't just go and open the door. You have to make sure that that chimney vent is pulled wide open. Otherwise, you can see it's shut now, and if I show you and I open this door, you'll see all this smoke starts to come billowing out, which is not what you want. So you need to open this so it's drawing up the chimney. You can see that smoke still hanging about there, so that's not good. So you have to open your chimney vent whenever you want to open your firebox door. Okay, and then that will take the smoke up the chimney rather than out of the firebox and into your room. So we'll shut that all down now. That's going not too badly. And that's it. That's how you light a Rayburn and how you can keep it going. And I'm going to shut this down in a minute so that it slows right down. But thanks for watching. I hope that's been useful to you. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave any comments down below if you've got any tips and hints that you'd like to share. And please subscribe. We'd really love your support. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.